back to your favorite channel, Shiko TV USA. This is Shiko TV USA. My name is Shiko Hope, and this we give nothing but hope. And we say it is possible in our Zekana. So today we are doing something different from what we normally do. And now today we are looking at how Shiko Hope became a childcare provider in the United States of America. Guys, as you know, this is my newest baby. I just gave birth to this baby just a few days ago, a few weeks ago, and I thank God. So from the previous video that I posted about how now I'm a business entrepreneur, I'm running a childcare business, a childcare facilities in the US. I am a home childcare provider. Here you came in the comment section with a lot of questions about how can you become a a childcare provider in the US, and this video is here to answer those questions. So let's get right into the video. So the reason why I decided to become a licensed childcare provider is because of my own problems. Yes, my own problems. You guys know that I already have a baby. She is 2.5 now, and I'm a mother of other 3 kids. So the total number of my kids is 4. I have a toddler, so this toddler is at home all the time, and I want to go to work. I want to make money to pay my bills, and not just money but enough money. And also I want to take care of my baby and babies and the other grown or school going children. So one time I decided, it's been a while since I work full-time, because since we moved here in this new home, I have been part-time. I have been working part-time. Most of the time I work 5 hours a day, and I need more money because it depends with what you have, your goals, and also what you want with your life. So I was like, I'm looking for a work from home job, which is not coming. The jobs that I was getting, they were hybrid. Hybrid means I have to go to office 2 days and 3 days I work from home. So these 2 days which I'll be going to the office, those 2 days are like a problem, because I have kids to take to school at 8:20, and then I have to pick them from school around 3:50, and then I have this 2-year-old who also needs childcare. So the jobs that were coming, yes, I'm getting the jobs, but my schedule is not fit for this kind of jobs. So it took me more months to figure out what to do. But of course I have my other job, which I normally goes from 5 to 10 p.m. That is approximately 5 hours a day. So per week I get like 25 hours or 28 hours a week, because on weekends, on Saturdays, I can go 8 hours. So that's not enough. So that's not enough for me, who I have been working full-time and also full-time and overtime previously. So I was like, hey, Shiko, hope you need to think out of the box. And I don't know how or what to do, because my aim is working from home. It's not coming like full-time remote. One day I decided, my baby, I need to take this baby to a daycare so that she can mingle with other kids her age, and maybe she can improve in her speech, she can improve in her social interacting with others, she can improve with playing with her age mates. So I took her to my neighborhood daycare, and when I took her there, I found the daycare. Okay, the address, you Google daycares near me. So the daycare that I found that was close to me, I thought it was a daycare center. So when I went there, it was just a home, just like my home. And I was like, really, is this a daycare? So when I went inside to inquire about the information about the enrollment and the all details, I found it is a home. Yes, it is licensed to take care of kids. It is a daycare like any other. This one is government recognized. It is run by government, but it is done in their home. So I became interested and I asked this provider, how do you go about this? But of course, I didn't go direct because I'm coming to ask. She can maybe ask herself, is this a client coming to bring her baby here, or she wants to maybe know about starting a daycare or something like that. So I didn't ask a lot of information during that time, but as an ECD teacher, as I am, I had to join dots 1 2 3 before we became like friends with this provider, and before we became like, you can do this, yes, you can start and everything. At least I had an idea. One day I am going to approach this provider and she will be maybe sharing with me how to go about this. So as the days went by, okay, my baby was enrolled and she started attending to that daycare. So as the days went by, I told her, you know what, I'm an ECD teacher. I have done this and that. I don't have a job. And so I was like, I want her to employ me to work at her daycare. She told me, no, you can start your own. Guys, they are good people. She told me, no, you don't have to come for me. I employ you because you have what it takes. You can start your own daycare. And that's where now I opened my mind and I'm like, oh, tell me more about how to go about this. What do I need? So she told me, this is the website. No, she didn't tell me the website. She told me you have to have this and that. You have to contact the whatever. But she, it is during our child picking time, and parents were coming to take up their kids from this daycare. So we didn't talk much. But as brave as she could hope, I went online and I googled on how to start a home child care, and that's where I got all the information. So it depends with where you are and the state you are in. So in Texas, I went online and I searched how to start a daycare at home. So it give me options. Either you can be a home listed. There is home listing. This, I think you can cater a maximum of 3 kids. You can be registered home, and this you can take care of about 6 kids, and licensed, this is the highest you can take, up to 12 kids. So when I was going through the requirement, I was like, 3 kids, I don't think, okay, the requirements, you don't have to have that a lot of education to have the listed home. For the registered, I think I'm above. I think my qualifications are above registered. So I went and filled the application form for the licensed one, guys. Kujichocha nayo. I filled the form for the licensed one, the highest, the one that you can take care of 12 kids. I did my application here, knowing, okay, the requirements, the education that they want, I already have it. But it is not in the American system. It is back home from Kenya. So in Kenya, I have done early childhood development education. I have a certificate in that, and I also have a diploma in ECDA. So the process here is very, very simple. I went online, I did the application, and I paid the amount of money that is required to pay. Actually, it is very, very less than, it is like $35. So once they receive the application, they tell you, now go online and do this training. So the training I did, actually I did it in one day. I did the training and I printed that certificate. All right, 2 days later, I received a call. Hey, this is so and so. I work at Texas Health and Human Services. We have received your application for the child care operation, blah blah blah, and we would like to ask some questions. So they asked me some questions about my education background and everything. So this lady, she was so lovely. She talked to me very friendly, and I really felt in peace, and I gave her all my experiences. So she told me, you have to fill in this for okay. Before she told me about filling the forms, she told me to send her my documents, because she asked me, where did I do the early childhood education? I told her it's a foreign country. How long did I do it? Do I have any management course? That was something to underline, because for you to become a licensed, you need to have done some management course. Remember, when I came to the US, I already had my documents with me. And when I came here in the US, I was like, I want to start working with kids, maybe in a daycare or maybe in a Montessori. So these kids who are below 9 years or maybe below 6 years. But many people are like discouraging me. Oh, Shiko, you can't do this. You have an accent. The kids will be laughing at you, blah, blah, blah. So I was so fearful, and I was like, oh my goodness, even English itself is a problem. Then you add another problem of an accent. This will be terrible. So I took my diplomas and I locked them somewhere, and I forgot about them. And I started working in a store, because my documents are not helping at all. People sold me fear, and I bought it. I bought it, and I bought that fear, and I bought a lot of that fear because I forgot about my education back home. Let's go back in 2020. 2020, when COVID was here, and that was the time that I got my baby, my last born. And my baby was born in May. And I was at home. The other kids were at home. They were doing virtual learning. So everybody was busy in their laptops. I have a newborn here. She was so calm. She was sleeping all day. So I was so bored. By that time, I didn't have even my YouTube channel. So I was at home, a stay-at-home mom. But because I was on maternity leave, I was receiving pay from my other job, which was like 100% of what I normally get. So I found out that this job of mine that I was doing at that time, they do offer tuition assistance to their employees. So I went on and applied for a certificate course for management, for business management, or in business management. So by the time I was in maternity leave, I was doing a business management course courtesy of my job. I did that course for 3 months, and I completed and I finished. So that certificate I got, it did not take me anywhere. I added it to my other ECD diploma and put it under a lock, and I forgot about that certificate in business management. So let's now come back here about my ECD, or about my home child care operation. So when this lady called me, she asked me if I have any experience in business management or any education in business management. I already remembered, yes, I have it. I have done a business management certificate course. So she told me, send me those documents, all documents that you have. So between the day I applied and between the day she called me like the third day since I did the application. So when I did the application, I did the online training that I was supposed to do. I also did my CPR. Already I have done CPR before, but I had now to do another one and first aid. So I already have my CPR certificate. I also have my pre-application certificate, and then I sent her my ECD certificate, my diploma, my ECD diploma, and also I sent her my business management certificate. And she told me she want to talk to her supervisor and see if these certificates of mine qualifies me to be a licensed director for a child care facility. Remember, I am just doing it and nobody is guiding me on this, only God. So when I sent her those documents, I went to God. I knelt before God and I told God, God, help me. I need this like yesterday. And before I could finish my prayers, I received another call from the same lady, and she told me, you are qualified. Who is like God? So she told me, go ahead and do the application. Okay, the application is I have already done, but there are so many forms to fill. So many forms. More than 10 forms you fill, because this is the highest level of home childcare facility. License is not something to play with. You have to fill a lot of information. Remember, you are doing this business from the comfort of your home. So you have to make sure, they have to make sure that your home meets the standard. They have to make sure that yourself meets the standard. Everybody who lives in that home has to be in the record. It's a lot of information that you have to give. Yes, you have to give a lot of information. You fill a lot of forms. And of course, you have to do your background checks, you yourself, and anybody who is living with you who is above 14 years. So in my place, it is my background, my husband's background, and my daughter's background, because she is 14. So we have to do our background check to see if we are eligible to live in a home that offers child care, or that deals with kids. So we had to do our background checks, everything. They have to come and do the inspection. But before they come and do the inspection, you have already done everything. It's a lot of work. It is not something like I say it is easy. Yes, it is a lot of work, because this is the government. You are dealing with the government, and you have to adhere to the rules and regulations. You have to meet the requirements. You have to do as they require. So you have to do this. Once everything goes on well, they approve your forms, you need now to prepare for inspection. But before they come for inspection, as you saw from the previous video, you have now to set your home as a daycare or as a child care facility. You have to get toys, you have to get all it needs. It's a lot of work. You have to make sure that you have a separate entity or separate room where these kids or these children will be doing their everything when they are under your care. So you have to arrange your room. Maybe it is one room, maybe it is two rooms. You have to know how to go about it. So by the time they are coming for inspection, you are already set. They are coming to inspect what you already have, what you will be you'll be doing with children. But there is one thing. Even before they come for inspection, they have to make sure that you have A, B, C, D. One thing, they have to know the size of your house. You know, you can't be living in a small house and then you want to bring kids in your home. Yes, they can approve you, but maybe your house is not giving the space. Maybe they can approve you for 3 kids. It will depend on your education and also the space of your home where these children will be occupying whenever they are under your care. I understand you can start even in an apartment, but ask yourself, in an apartment, where are you going to be doing your outdoor activities? Those are some of the things that these inspectors come to check, because you don't have to keep these children indoors all the time. There is time for you to go outdoor. So where will you be going for the outdoor? Are you going to be taking them to your apartment park, or where will you be taking these children? If you are in a home like this one, you have to buy those equipment, the outdoor equipment. You have to buy the indoor equipment, toys, reading and learning materials. You need to have those equipment before they come for inspection. Once they come for inspection, you go through another regulation book, minimum standards regulations. That's a very big book here. I think I have it here with me. Guys, this is my small office, so I have my documents here with me. So this here you see here, this is the minimum requirement book. Yes, you go through minimum standards for childcare homes. You go through this book together with the inspector, page by page. If you remember, guys, I told you my inspection took more than 4 hours, almost 4 hours, because we had to go through that book, and I had to ask questions, because I don't want just to say yes, 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 yes. I have to ask questions, and they have to answer me and to help me how to go about this. That's why it took me a lot of time, because remember, this is a foreign country. I don't know how to go about this thing. I don't have a mentor who is here to guide me on how to go about this. So this is inspector is in the right place, or she's the right person to help me. So anywhere I see I don't understand this, please kindly explain more, describe how I should do this. So we went through that book during inspection, page by page, page by page. But God is good. I passed, because I had, even after applying, I had to go back to that online, and also I printed this book, and I knew how to go about some of the stuff. I could understand. So I passed my inspection that same day when they came, and now they told me, now you are good to go. Wait for us to issue you the license. So you have to go back and pay for the initial license. The initial license, you pay an amount of $35, and then they have now to send you the form that they came for inspection, and this is what they inspected, and you passed. You have to sign that form, and they send you the form, and that form you have to put it in the parents notice board there, so that the parents can be knowing this facility is inspected and it has passed inspection. Not only the parents, but anybody else who comes or who works for Texas Health and Human Services will know that this place is inspected and it has passed inspections. So they said that, and then you wait for your initial permit. Once they send you the initial permit, now you are good to start enrolling children in your facility. Yes. Once they issue you the license, now you start marketing your daycare or your childcare facility. You start marketing, talking to friends. If you have done business cards, you start sharing the business cards and everything. So in our next video, maybe I'm going to do another video on concerning, or maybe following the questions that you guys are going to ask below this video. So I don't want to make a very long video about this childcare operation. I know you guys, you enjoy it, and you too, if you're in the US, you can also start this business. Just go to your states online and see the requirements that are needed. So the best thing with this is that my baby who I was taking to the daycare, I don't take her to another daycare. She is here with other kids who are coming for the childcare services, and I'm working from home, and I'm getting an income from this business. So it is the best thing. I wish I knew this earlier, but I don't regret, because God's time is always the best. Because even if I knew about this earlier, before we moved here, I could have closed the business. Then I came here, I start again. But God's time is always the best. God wanted me to come to this house, which is bigger than the previous house. And God's time is always the best. Actually, I don't regret, but God's time is always the best. Yes, we are still doing our childcare services. I'm a proud home childcare provider, and right now we are like full. We don't take any more kids. We are full. This is a God-given chance for me to be dealing with kids. I know now you might be asking, Chico, and why are you taking this video now? Where are the kids? Today is a Saturday. I don't work Saturdays and I don't work Sundays. So I take the childcare Operation is from Monday to Friday. On Saturdays and Sundays, I'm off. That is the best, best thing about it, because on weekends, I'm here with my kids, my family, and we work together as one. So, in the next video, keep tuned. We're going to talk more about this childcare facility, childcare operation in the United States of America. Woo! It is possible. Bye, guys. Bye.